Hey guys, so I'm going to be talking about creatine, okay? Now, this kind of jumped up on a conversation that I was having with a few members in my gym, and I thought, you know what, it might be kind of beneficial to have this information out there so that I can get my lovely subscribers and viewers some additional gains. So, making a bit more of an educational video. I am going to be reading from some notes that I've taken. The notes is based on research and scientific studies and all that kind of stuff. And then right at the end, I'm going to give my kind of personal advice to, about creatine. So let's jump straight into this. Now, creatine is a performance enhancing or ergogenic aid that has been shown to increase physical performance in short bursts, high intensity exercise like sprinting and weightlifting. So it's kind of beneficial for, as I said, sprinting and weightlifting. So those of us who are kind of bodybuilders or lifting any kind of weight, this would probably be a good thing to add into your supplement stack. Now, it plays a role in freeing energy at a cellular level for optimal muscular function. Although it's widely used for enhancing performance, it also has been shown to aid in muscle recovery after a workout. Creatine is also linked to increasing body mass during training. Research has shown gains of 0.9 kg to 2.2 kg more in athletes who supplement their workouts with creatine over several months than those who didn't. Now, according to this research and what I'm reading from, therefore, the best time to take the creatine is 30 minutes before a workout and also as part of your recovery shake or meal post workout. This is when muscles are growing and rebuilding. I will come back to that at the end of this video to give you my personal advice. So, let's talk about what is creatine. Now, creatine is a molecule that resides primarily in skeletal muscle. It plays a key role in freeing energy from the cell stores for use as well as helping to rebuild the cellular form of energy. That would be ATP or adenosine triphosphate. About half of the body's creatine comes from animal sources in the diet, and the rest is synthesized by the liver and kidneys. When creatine becomes depleted, performance can decline. For this reason, it's beneficial to take creatine both before a workout and afterwards for recovery. Now, why should you take creatine? Creatine can help increase your performance during short duration and high intensity exercises, such as heavy lifting and power exercises. Generally, creatine impacts your endurance, strength, and power. Regular diets provide 1 to 2 grams a day of creatine. This is primarily found in red meat and some seafood. Now, this leaves your muscles about 60 to 80% at their max saturation level. This is where the supplementation form, this is where the supplemental form of creatine monohydrate, is useful. So some of the potential performance enhancing benefits of creatine, wow, that was a mouthful. Increased single and repeated sprint speed, increased performance during max effort lifts, increased anaerobic threshold, anaerobic is without oxygen, and increased work capacity. Now, athletes in the following sports may benefit from the use of creatine: max effort sports such as bodybuilding, Olympic weightlifting, sprints, track, swim, cycle, track field events, sports with constant movement, running, so like basketball, field hockey, rugby, football, ice hockey, volleyball, skiing, tennis, combat sports. All of these athletes would benefit from using creatine. Now, here we go. What's the best time to take it? To be honest with you, it doesn't matter as long as you get it in. This is my advice, right? I know previously I said, oh, well, it's based on the research and what I'm reading from, it's good to have it before and after a workout. That's fine. That's good. However, it really doesn't matter if as long as you're getting it in at some point at the day, that's good enough. You know, you're still going to see benefits from it. If you want the optimal thing to do, that would be to take it before the workout or after the workout. Not a lot of people are good at keeping on top of these things, you know, and then I get people saying, oh, you know what, I forgot to take it. That's fine. Just take it before, take it whenever you remember. Okay, so there we go. That's my advice, and that has been the video on creatine. Now, creatine is one of the most researched supplements out there. It is safe, it is wonderful, it works. I advise it to anyone who's serious about what they're doing. You know, so my clients who are serious about lifting weight, strength, power, who are serious about looking a certain way aesthetically, I suggest it. Do I suggest it to all my clients? No, not really, because for some of my clients, it's not needed until they get to a certain point, and then I'm like, you know what, you might benefit from supplementing with some creatine monohydrate. Now, I actually had a conversation with a couple girls in the gym. They never heard about creatine, they didn't know what it was. Creatine has been mistaken for, in the past, a supplement like steroids. It's not a steroid. People said that because it had kind of steroid-like tendencies. I mean, look, it draws water into the muscles and makes your muscles look bigger. As I said in the research, it says that athletes could gain up to 0.9 kg to 2.2 kg in, you know, just weight, which is basically water. Um, and what was quite nice was one of the ladies came back to me and said they started supplementing with creatine. Their lifts have gone up, their endurance is through the roof, and they're utterly loving the progress. And I was so happy for her. So creatine is a very beneficial thing to take. And the very last thing I will say is when you take creatine, please make sure that you're drinking enough water, right? You need to be drinking enough water whilst taking creatine. Otherwise, it could impact um, like kidneys and all that because it's got filter through there, etc., etc. And any kind of excess creatine that you take is you're just basically going to pee it out. Okay, so a lot of people will go, "Oh yeah, well you need to kind of load it. You know, you need to load the creatine." Um, and I've read this quite a few times that within the first week, you should be supplementing with about 20 grams, 4 times a day for the first week to get your body to its max saturation, and then after that, you can have a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams. Now, what I recommend is just skipping that and just go straight for the 3 to 5 grams. Um, it will take a bit longer, but you're not going to pee it out, right? You're not going to waste your money. This way, it will take a little bit longer, but you will eventually saturate the muscles with the creatine. And also, what I would say is for most individuals, 3 to 5 grams would be great. If you're a bigger lad or ladette, if you're bigger people, you could benefit up to about 10 grams. But that's my personal suggestion. Um, so there we go, guys. That's all about creatine. Let's talk about creatine. Creatine monohydrate to be exact. And whilst I remember, there are various forms of creatine out there. I would just stick to creatine monohydrate because that is the form that has been researched the most, and the shit works. I mean, why are you gonna go for something else if something works? Yeah. So there we go, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Train hard, keep it live, and get that dirty pump.